Hi everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Healing, and we are going on with our You Are a Healer series. And I'm sorry that I've been away from this, but I've had some other meditations and things that I was doing also, so I just do this when I can, and hopefully you guys are all getting a benefit out of this, which is, just makes me so happy that you can be. So what we've been doing is we've been going on with the Heal Your Life book, and I've been going through, each week through some different areas of our life where, we may have problems, and there are thought patterns for those problems, and there's also a new thought pattern that can help you heal from it. Because when you are healing, you have to remember that your mind is in charge. And when your mind is in charge of your body, you've got to think about, you've been thinking, I hate myself, I look ugly in this, does my butt look fat in this, all of those sorts of things. We're constantly doing it, whether you're, you might have come a long way with it, but a lot of us constantly berate ourselves and judge ourselves. And this is a mental problem, and it comes out in physical illnesses. It comes out in these problems, in our body. So if our mind can be in control, we can do anything. It's like the boss, it's like the motor to a car. It goes for, it does everything. The car does everything that the motor says. And you've just got to start to treat yourself in this way so that you can lift and grow and heal from things. Now, I hope that you guys have been doing a great job with clearing yourself. You can use the auric cleansing. You can do that on plants, you can do that on animals, and you can really start to practice this every day. Just cleansing your aura every day, and imagining this golden light around it, imagining golden light around other people, etc. You can do this every day, and what will happen is that the further that you go along with it, the more that you can intuitively pick up from problems that might be going on, especially with people and animals. I find with animals that their bones and you can imagine the calcium deposits that end up on our bones, and so we get swelling and all sorts of problems going on, and we're stiff, our bones are stiff. Well, the same thing happens in cats and dogs, especially because their bones are only little, and I just feel that there's so many animals out there that have got these calcium deposits all through their body, which makes it hard for them to walk, especially as they get older, that they are mimicking other problems. Because they've got this stiffness in their bones, it mimics other problems, and so then they become ill because they can't move freely. One thing that you can do is, you're clearing the energies of your animals, but also start to add apple cider vinegar, just a tablespoon, in their drinking water, and it slowly breaks down any calcium deposits on their bones. It also makes them very much healthier looking. It also gets rid of fleas and all of this naturally. Also garlic will do that if you start putting some garlic in their food. Fleas don't like the taste of garlic, so this will help. So just see if you can pick up things from your animals and try the healing on the animals. And once again, practice your distance healing. If you have, for example, gone away on holiday and you've left your animal at a boarding kennel or something like that, and you're worried, what you can do is, obviously you can get a snapshot in your mind of what your animal looks like. So you will do this healing to them, with going around there and putting this golden light around them and asking for their angels and guides to be surrounding them as well, because the animals also have them. And you will find that they will then facilitate a healing. So, the angels of the animals, Hariel is one of the angels that you can call on, or Ariel is another angel that you can call on to protect your pets, and they will emanate this beautiful light around them and help them to feel safe and know that you're coming home. So you can also send messages that I'm coming home, I love you, I hope you are well, and put this protective barrier around them. That will also help. So the more that you practice, not just healing on things that you can see, but healing in your mind's eye, the more you will become very, very much aware of any problem that anybody has got, and you'll be able to heal this and heal this within yourself. And the more that you are doing this, the more that you will find that you just know things, straight out. You just start knowing things and trusting things. When I do distance healing, I always continue the healing for 4 weeks. So you would imagine this person healing, receiving a big ball of healing energy for 4 weeks, and it just boosts them through their recovery. And I also may have never seen these people, in my life before, but I trust what I'm feeling about what may be going on in their body. Whether it's digestive problems or heart problems or even anger, etc. You can pick that up, and it just comes from practice. There is just no two ways about it, and also accepting what you are feeling. It also will help you to start a journal. So, when you are thinking about, like, you're starting to get perhaps some symptoms yourself, and you're not sure whether they're your own symptoms or you are picking them up from somebody who needs you. So, you close your eyes and you clear yourself. And if there is some issue that still remains, start writing this down. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Who do you think it may be? And you start to get this wonderful log. And then if you feel like it, get in connection with the person and say, is everything okay? I've just been feeling these symptoms. Are you okay? And you will be surprised that they go, how did you know that? I did really need you, and I was really thinking about you. So you can start to really trust yourself, and you can start to get evidence that things are working if you start keeping journals and trust what you're feeling all the time. And then this grows. So all that is involved in healing not only yourself but others and animals and plants, etc., is the intention of that taking place. The trees and the animals, etc., they will accept healing anytime. They are fully energy beings, so they are fully aware and know what's going on. And the angels that are working with them, and the nature spirits, the tree spirits as well, that are working with plants and all of this, they help that plant to thrive. It's that angels, for use of a better word, it's their job to take care of that particular thing, whether it's the animal or a plant. So they will allow that healing to come in and help, because that's going to help them also thrive. So these are the things that you can just do, and you have to just believe that you are capable of anything. You are born this way. We are all born healers. There's not someone who's mightier than anybody else. You can all learn how to do this if you just learn how to trust yourself. You can take on courses in healing. Then again, you are taking on someone else's idea of what they think is right. This is also my idea of what I feel is right. So you just have to learn to study bits and pieces and make something unique for yourself, something that works for you, something that you are comfortable with, and just start using it. If you don't use it, then it will never grow. Same with any ability that you have in your life. If you're not practicing, you can't get any better. If you don't pick up an instrument, you're not going to be able to play it. So it's the same type of thing. We learn from mistakes as well. So don't worry about doing anything wrong. As I said, if your intention is to help somebody to heal, that is all that is required for the healing to take place. The person then needs to accept this healing. They also need to accept a reason why, why they've had this problem, and are they ready to do something about it? Because any problem in our body is something that we have allowed to be there, through our thoughts, through holding back grief, and problems in our life, and hating ourselves, hating. It's any wonder the body starts to mimic what you're thinking. Same with anything in our life. So that is just a little bit of extra information about, you know, what you need to be focusing on and what may be going on in your life that could be causing problems. Some people are born with problems, and we have to remember that we chose that experience also. It's not to say that it can't be healed, but you must learn what have I learned from that experience taking place? Is this child that is born with a deformity, there for teaching others? I believe so. Also learning itself to have that experience, having an experience and living a life like that. And it's also teaching others around, the importance of respecting yourself and loving your life and loving who you are. I do believe that anybody can be healed. Obviously, if it's been a long, long time in your life that you've had the same ailment, although the healing takes place instantly, it still may take your body some time to catch up. So if the healing has taken place and you have accepted the healing fully, that is another key issue to how long it will take you to heal. If you've accepted the healing fully, then you can expect that with a year to 2 years, at the most, you'll be a completely different person. You're completely changed. But you must accept the healing fully also, not go, oh, but it hasn't worked because I haven't woken up skinny as Elle McPherson or something, so, well, the healing mustn't have worked. You've got to give yourself a chance. Your body has got to catch up to your thoughts. And, the cells need to regenerate and change. And you need to be constantly vibrating at that level of healing and not at a level of doubting the healing. Otherwise, it's, you're expecting something to work when you don't expect it to work, but then you're expecting it to work. So just watch the little habits that we have, of doubting things taking place. Because that's going to be the biggest key to whether a healing takes place or not, is how you're actually feeling about the healing. As I said, if you're doubting it's working, then how can you expect it to work? So just think about the little things that are going on inside you. Alright, so now I will continue with your Heal Your Life, and we'll see where we're up to. We're just going to go through a couple of things. Okay, now, I'm losing paper. We're up to B, so we're looking at B in the book, and there are some things there that are just, that we're copying ourselves because it goes back to it later on. But there is one thing about bedwetting, and this is where we're up to. Bedwetting. Now, I've known quite a few adults that still wet the bed, and each person that I've known that has still wet the bed has some serious anger issues. And fear of rejection, and just fears, deep-seated, that turns into, the fear turns into anger, and they become very, very angry person. On top of it all, they wet the bed at night and wake up, just sleep all the way through it, and wake up going, oh God, you've done it again, then angry at them, this anger just continues in their life. So the one thing here about bedwetting is what the person might be thinking is anger and fear of the parent, usually the father. And in every case that I've met of these people that have had this issue, that has exactly been the case. There has been a very abusive father on the scene, and so this person is afraid, which turns to anger, and then they actually become quite violent and not afraid of anything. In other words, not afraid of a fight, but they are afraid of themselves so much that they become angry. So the fear of the parent, normally the father, is a reason that bedwetting will continue at any age. And it may not be apparent in some younger kids where they, continue to wet the bed. It may not be apparent that that's what's actually happened, because the father might be a lovely person, etc. So this could be even further back. Maybe they had a father in a past life that was just horrible, so they're expecting that the father is always going on in their mind, so they're treating this father the same. So the actual new thought that the people should take on is, this person is seen with love, with compassion and with understanding, and all is well. So the new thought is, if it's a child, this child is seen with love, with compassion and with understanding, all is well. Or if it's an adult, I am, you know, seen with love, with compassion, with understanding, and all is well. So you would change it to suit, change the affirmation to suit the situation. Okay, so that is the bedwetting part, which is, you know, there are so many more people that actually still have this problem than what you might even think. And it's a terrible thing to go through life in fear. Okay, let's have a look. Bladder problems. Okay, so if anyone's had a bladder infection, you'll know how painful that is. And it stems from anxiety, holding on to old ideas and the fear of letting go, and being pissed off is actually what it says in the book. Okay, so you're being pissed off, so you're really angry, and you're really anxious, and you're holding on to your feelings. And there's many of us that do this, and luckily we don't all get issues in our bladder, but it's pushing, you see, you're pushing things down, the energy is going down further and further, and it can happen in this area. It happens to a lot of elderly as well, because they're actually anxious about, you know, what's going to happen when they pass away. Is everybody going to get along? You know, will people still have grace at the kitchen table before meals? You know, they think of all these things. You know, just things that you and I, as you know, probably wouldn't think of as much. But the older generation do a lot, especially I guess because they're getting closer to when they feel their time is coming. So they want everything peaceful before they go. And they end up with bladder infections because of it. So the new thought about this is, I comfortably and easily release the old and welcome the new in my life, and I am safe. We all want to have a feeling of safety and security around us, and you have to start to be that way within yourself. And once you can do that, you'll find that so many of your physical problems start to disappear. Just feeling safe and secure in who you are. And people say, but how do I do that? And I say to you, the same way that you started doubting yourself is with a thought. So plant the seed, you know, plant the seed that I'm okay, I'm doing great, you know, my body is healing, I'm in a healed reality, and everything's okay, I'm safe, I'm secure. Everything's going to be fine. Everything I'm taken care of. So just change, you know, change the way you're thinking, and, you know, you'll change the way that your whole body is. The whole body works. Okay, let's have a look. We're going over the page. All right, blood. Blood problems. Okay, so, we've already been through anemia. So, clotting in the blood. It's closing down the flow of joy, so you get these problems inside your body. And the new thought pattern is, I awaken new life within me and I flow. Another thing is being stagnant or not going with the flow. You know how we try to fight or resist things that we have to deal with in our life, and then we get this problem with, it's not only clogged blood, I think it's clogged thoughts, you know. Just our mind is just all clogged up with everybody else's drama, that we don't want to go with the flow because we're afraid of what's going to be over the next, you know, hurdle. But start being excited for things, you know, start accepting your life and believing that all is going to be well. And even if there is an issue that comes up in your life, that your perspective is that much different, that you'll be able to just go, oh, look, I'm not even going to entertain that person, that situation, that thought, that issue. I'm not going to entertain it. I'm going to realise that it's in my life for a reason, and I'm just going to, instead of fighting against the flow of energy, I'm just going to go with it, and I'm going to believe that all will be satisfied, you know, all will be well at the end of the road. Okay, so the one thing else I want to talk about is blood pressure. So we're still going on this blood thing. High blood pressure is long-standing emotional problem not solved. Okay? A lot of children that have been abused and grow into adults, the emotional scarring from that is never ever completely healed. It can be, but there's always going to be something that will draw certain people back to the issue. So a long-standing emotional problem will cause your blood to boil. you know, to start rising, to start, you know, a lot of it is because, you know, your heart is not beating correctly either, and so you've placed so much grief and anger and pain in your heart area, and then you get this high blood pressure. Also, a lot of people that get the high blood pressure also lose weight, have, you know, a little bit of extra weight. And I believe the reason that any of us have this extra bit of weight is insulation from being hurt. You know, we're afraid of being hurt, so we insulate ourselves and we comfort eat and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's an emotional problem. It's a long-standing one, something that's been there probably since as long as we can remember, and even more so in those cases where there's been sexual abuse or physical and emotional, financial abuse going on for a very, very long time. So you've got to watch these levels, you know, of grief in our life where we haven't dealt with things and let it go. It's very, very hard to do. But the actual affirmation for that is, I joyously release the past, I'm at peace. It sounds so easy to say, but affirmations are such that the more you say something over and over again, the more it becomes a part of who you are. Same as the problem, as I was saying before. The more you think about the problem, think about the problem, think about the problem, the more problems arise and you don't get anywhere. So even if you don't believe this when you start reading this or start saying this, it'll actually just become something that you think of more often than you think of the problem. So we're training ourselves and healing ourselves at the same time. Low blood pressure is lack of love as a child, defeatism. What's the use? It won't work anyway. So you're just thinking, oh, no matter what I do, everything goes wrong, you know. And lack of love of a child. Well, a lot of children think that they weren't loved by their parents or something, and it wasn't the case at all. And sometimes it's just your interpretation of what happened to you as a child. You know, you see things through childlike eyes. And, you know, a lot of us have not felt that we were loved or cared for. And the parent thinks that they have, you know, I do love you, I do care about you. And, you know, it's just a thought pattern. Again, it's something that you've felt maybe only once in your life. And it's caused this lowness and thinking negatively, like, oh, I'm not even going to try because it's not going to work. So we're going to try and change that. And the way we do that is with this particular affirmation, and it's, I now choose to live in the ever joyous now. My life is a joy. A lot of you are going, oh my God. So even just saying, you know, my life is a joy, I am happy, my life is happy, I'm excited, I am loved, you know, just I am, this being I am presence is meaning that you are all that you wish to be. But saying I am means that the universe brings it to you immediately. So just change this, my life is a joy. That's something I'm actually going to write on my, I put it on my computer, sorry, because I'm at the computer most of the time. So I'm going to put it there. Okay, so we'll stop now with going through this book. There are just so many things in this book that I could just go on and on and on about. There's just different areas in there, and I hope that you've been enjoying the series. And as I said, I just want to get whatever information I can get out there to you guys in however many different parts it takes. And sometimes I'll do meditations for you to help you heal as well. Sometimes I'll do my A to Z of crystals. Sometimes I'll do skincare things or just all different sorts of things. And just to help you believe that you are beautiful how you are wonderful and unique. You know, you should start expressing that which you are completely. Now, you may find that there are so many different parts to who you are. There's never just one particular way. You might wear makeup this way one day. You might decide not to wear makeup. You might wear your hair up. You might wear your hair down. You might listen to this kind of music one day, that kind of music that day. You might think you like the drums, for example, and then go off and play the guitar. Or you might think you like the flute and go play the guitar. Or, you know, if you can learn one thing, you can learn its total opposite as well. That's something that I like to do, you know, do best of both things and say, oh, maybe I'll try that and, you know, see if I like that or see if I'm, you know, can do it. just to say that you can do it. And, you know, express, you know, write down on a piece of paper, my name is, and this is who I am, this is what I like to do, this is what I look like, you know, this is what I envision myself to be, this is where I'm going to be, you know, this is where I'm heading, etc. And then write down the things that you haven't tried yet but you're wanting to try. And you're going to see this just massive array of things that you are. You know, you are just more than just an ordinary person. Every single person is just filled with extraordinary abilities and, you know, healing powers, and you know, your life can be full of abundance if you believe in the freedom, you know, believe you've got freedom to do that. Don't, you know, believe, like people say, I can never do that because I'm just not good at it. Well, how do you know if you haven't even tried? Same with me, you know, for example, playing my bass guitar. I didn't even want to play the bass guitar. The thing was that my family are all guitarists and the other one's a drummer. One of them's a drummer, so, you know, they're all playing the guitar. They don't want an extra guitarist, and they said, oh, here you go, you can have the bass guitar. And I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to show you that I can play this thing. And I didn't even like it in the beginning, and now I just love it, you know, and I can do it. I didn't think I could do that. I've got little tiny hands on this big thing, and you know, I can do it. So you guys can do anything. Yeah, if you just try, and it'll be unique to you, and you know, unique to your life and what you wish to achieve in your life. And you've also got to remember that stop telling yourself that you're getting older. Keep saying to yourself, I am young, wow. I change every day. I get younger all the time. Oh, as I get older in the physical age, I'm getting younger in the body, and my face looks better now than it did when I was, you know, young. And I can actually say that's true for me. When I was young, it was like, ah. But, you know, as I'm getting older, I'm getting, you know, like, well, you know, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? You just gotta just start embracing yourself. And I get all excited because I can see the changes that are happening in so many people already from what you guys have told me, and also the changes that are still to come, and we should be excited for that, and you should be unique. Don't give in to your age. And if you're 50 years old with awesome long hair, so what if your parents say to you, oh, you know, well, you're 50 years old now, you should really think about cutting that hair of yours, you know. Don't worry about it. Be who you want to be. And express yourself in whatever way that is. You know, if you want to have tattoos all over your body, have tattoos all over your body. If you're afraid of people judging you, well, they're not going to care if you don't care, you know. So just change the way that you think about things. Stop judging yourself and being hard on yourself, and not thinking that you can do anything that you want because of this or because of that. You know, blow all of that, and as you heal inside, you watch your whole life, the way you think about your whole life changes with you. So as you lift and change, everything that you think that you're worried about happening doesn't even exist, because you don't even think that way anymore. So guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this week's long lesson, and I don't care how long they are, because I just got to get it all out, don't I? And I always work with the angelic realm. Just wanted to tell you guys, always working with Archangel Raphael and the angels of miracles. And then I say, oh, bring all your friends with you. So there's thousands and thousands. And, you know, I have all the support that I need. And please make sure that you're doing that as well. Remember that you are a conduit of energy. So you are facilitating a healing, but the angels and guides, the universal energies, are going to be working through you. And so what you are doing is you are holding this energy so that the person can heal. And you need to believe that you can do that. And, you know, you are a part of this beautiful universe, and you are able to do anything that you want. And part of that is that you are a born healer. So that's what I'm trying to raise everybody's awareness about. So again, thanks for listening. I'll put some links down the bottom if you want to go there. And don't forget, I've got another channel. A lot of you guys are from Divine Miracles channel, but I've got another channel over there, and that's more about spiritual things and readings and just things that, you know, spiritual advice. So you can head there if you like. So thank you all for listening, and until whatever the next video will be there'll be some giveaways and all sorts of things happening soon, and there is a giveaway at my other channel as well, so you can just be subscribed there and you go in the draw. So giveaways and all sorts of things are happening for you guys, and I'm here to support you. I am known as a spiritual guide, and that makes me so happy, because that means that I'm just walking with you and holding your hands as we go along and explore the universe and all the energy that's there. Okay, no more. Okay, I'm going for now, and until you hear from me again, it's goodbye everybody. Bye.